Hey everybody, I'm Random Frank P, and this is my review of the iFootage Shark Slider S1 bundle. You may not have actually seen one of these before, but I'm willing to bet that your favorite YouTubers, especially tech reviewers, use this daily. This slider is what helps them achieve that very smooth sliding motion that makes videos so appealing to watch. Let's go over the rundown of the slider and how it works. This thing is jam-packed with features that makes this a videographer's dream. Not only is it extremely lightweight for its size, it is modular with strong carbon fiber extensions, it is very easy to operate, and it moves quietly and smoothly, the most important part. On top of the slider, you have your mounting plate with a 3/8 screw thread on top. On the bottom is a cheese mount for attaching to a tripod or other support system of any thread size. The sides of the slider have two adjustable feet, so you can use it without a tripod if need be, and when you're not using the feet, you can just fold them up to make it nice and compact. There's a tightening screw on the sliding base plate so you can adjust how easily it does slide, and on the one side of the end there is room for a counterweight, which we will get into in a minute. Out of the box, the slider is 790 millimeters long, but when you add the extension tubes, it can be up to 1350 millimeters long, which is great for those nice long panning shots. These extra rods come in a nice carrying bag as well, with a few other accessories. You get an extra pair of screws, a longer driving belt for the extended rods, a USB adapter, some iFootage branding stickers, a carrying strap for the case, and the mounting hardware for the counterweight. Now this counterweight is one of the most important parts of the slider, I feel. Let me break it down like this. The slider itself is very smooth out of the box because the belt and synchronizing wheel is attached to are perfectly connected, allowing for a virtually seamless slide with zero resistance. On the bottom, the top mount slides along in this unique wheel design, making sure there is no interrupted movement at all of the camera while sliding in place due to this unique triangle wheel placement. Where the wheel comes in is how the camera actually moves along the rails. Without the wheel, you could still slide the camera along, but if you give it a little push, it will come to a halting stop, and this is again due to the resistance of the belt. However, adding the wheel does two things. You can now push the camera and it will still continue to smoothly slide, and now you can manually use the wheel to move the camera without actually having to touch the camera. Both things, I feel, are extremely important when using this. Take a look at some example shots here. The difference is very noticeable and it gives the camera a much smoother transition when panning. Operating this slider is pretty self-explanatory for the most part, and this is probably hands down the most smooth slider I have ever used or seen, and I think it is absolutely worth the upgrade if you have one of those cheap $100 knockoffs from Amazon or something like that. This slider is miles ahead of the competition and the quality is unparalleled. I only had two issues that I wanted to quickly mention. One is compatibility. You may need to purchase an adapter for your tripod head when using this if it does not have a 3/8 screw mount. My tripod head at first was 1/4, so it obviously didn't fit at first, and the same applies for the bottom of the slider with the cheese mount. Second thing is, if you don't have a large or tall tripod head, you will notice the ends of the slider if not angled properly. I have a ball mount head and the lens would pick up the end of the slider if I was sliding north to south or south to north, either way. This can be avoided by having the camera elevated higher with a bigger tripod head, or using this at an orientation where you angle the camera, kind of upward to avoid getting the slider in your shots. Now there can be a third point to mention here depending on the weight of your camera. You may need to support both ends of the slider as opposed to just the middle if you have a heavy camera or a lot of gear attached to it, or if your tripod just isn't strong enough. Just keep that in mind. But all in all, I would highly recommend the iFootage Shark Slider S1. It is a huge addition to anyone's daily gear and can be a great upgrade to your video quality. I can't wait to start using this more regularly in my videos as well, and I think you should definitely check it out if you're in the market for something like this. Like I said, I am willing to guarantee almost all of your favorite YouTubers use this when getting those nice panning shots, and it is just a great thing to have. So, hope you guys enjoyed my review of the iFootage Shark Slider. If you did, please give it a thumbs up to show your support. And don't forget you can check them out. I'll put their links in the description down below. You can check it on their website, you can get it on Amazon, you can check their Twitter, their Facebook, all that good stuff for better, pricing and promos if they come out in the future. If you have any questions, please comment down below, or you can always hit me up on Twitter at randomfrankp. I'm always on Twitter, so you can definitely follow me on there. And lastly, guys, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I've done a ton of tech videos in the past, and I got a ton more good stuff coming up in the near future. I think you're going to like it. Well, guys, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed my review. Have a good day.